would your eyes be watery and bloodshot?
Do you want to blow me real quick?
I don't want to blow you. The odor of alcohol coming from your person.
Great, let's do a test and
We'll get to the test.
I can't wait. So what happens if, nothing pops up? Do you get in trouble?
No? Why would I get in trouble?
Because you think I'm drinking, but I'm not drinking. He's gonna find out I had nothing to drink. He's gonna look stupid. How many false accusations you got?
0.
It's about to be your first.
Why are you shaking so much?
It's freezing, man.
I wear shorts when it's 30 below.
Congratulations.
Welcome back to the LackLuster channel. In September of 2022, I published a story featuring Taven. He filed a lawsuit several months after that video, suing Officers Winter and Wing, as well as the city of Newton for Fourth Amendment violations, state claims against each officer for his false arrest, plus a Monell claim and a negligent supervision claim against the city. If you're unfamiliar with the case or want a quick recap, here is a refresher. Taven was pulled over in August of 2022 by Officer Nathan Winters for driving with his high beams on.
Hi there.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good.
My name's Officer Winters with the Newton Police Department. The reason I pulled you over is because you have your bright lights on.
Yeah, I have a headlight out, so I just keep my brights on.
Okay, well that's not legal.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Yeah, I turn when a car comes by, I turn them off, but like.
Well, you didn't with me.
Oh, you weren't close enough though. You were a while back.
Has to be within 500 feet.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
And you're not supposed to have your brights on in the city limits.
My fault.
You got your license, registration, insurance with you?
Yeah, I got you. I just thought it'd be better to have them on with the headlight off. You know what I'm saying?
Is this your car?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you headed?
Back home.
Where are you coming from?
Friend's house.
Okay. Anything to drink over there?
Nope.
I didn't hear what you said.
These seemingly innocent answers to insignificant questions are creating a narrative for the officer to arrest Taven, in which he was with friends, drinking or using illegal substances, and subsequently driving, which is why it is best to refrain from answering questions from law enforcement officers. When asked if he was drinking, Taven answers, "Nope," but Lieutenant Winters claims he didn't hear what he said. But as you'll soon realize, it doesn't matter. Lieutenant Winters is already looking for a reason to charge Taven. He provides Lieutenant Winters with the requested documents, and after a few minutes, he asks Taven to remove the gum from his mouth and to enter his cruiser.
Do me a favor, put your gum on your dash there.
Put my gum on my dash?
Yeah. Perfect. We're gonna go back here, okay?
Cool.
You don't have anything on you? No bombs, guns, drugs?
No bombs or no drugs.
Okay, let's go back here.
The officer moved Taven into an enclosed area to see if he could smell alcohol, and continues to ask questions that most people would think nothing of.
What are you doing at Creighton's house?
We were just hanging out. Had my girlfriend there.
I got you.
Just got back from college.
Okay.
Good old William Penn.
Okay. Play football up there?
Yes, sir.
What position do you play?
Wide receiver.
Okay.
I didn't make travel squad this year though, so I'm back for the weekend.
That's why you're home?
Yep.
After asking just enough questions to form a loose social bond with Taven, Lieutenant Winters dives headfirst into his line of DUI questioning to catch him off guard.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
None.
What do you mean none?
I had nothing to drink.
Okay. Why would your eyes be watery and bloodshot?
Do you want to blow me real quick?
I don't want to blow you.
Pause. I got contacts.
Okay.
But we can do the little thing.
We'll probably get there. How old
That's
are you?
funny. 19.
Uh-huh.
19.
Okay.
I've had nothing to drink.
Okay. So your movements in the car with you fumbling over the registration,
Yep.
kind of say otherwise.
All right.
And so does the odor of alcohol coming from your person.
Great. Let's do a test and
We'll get to the test.
I can't wait. So what happens if, nothing pops up? Do you get in trouble?
No? Why would I get in trouble?
Because you think I'm drinking, but I'm not drinking.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
All right, let's find out real quick.
I'm not going to get in trouble for doing what I'm supposed to do.
Can I record it?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your name?
My name's Officer Winters.
So Officer Winters thinks I'm drinking tonight. We're about to do a test, and he's going to find out I had nothing to drink. He's going to look stupid. Ain't that right? I've had nothing to drink. 0. And we're about to find out.
After questioning Taven for a short period, he agrees to perform field sobriety tests. These tests are subjective in nature, and if an officer has already made up their mind that you are intoxicated, they will be looking for specific clues to defend their claim. Anything you do can result in a failure. Inadequate lighting, uneven ground, or even adrenaline spikes that often coincide with being accused of driving under the influence are just a few reasons. And as we've seen time and time again on this channel, perfectly sober individuals are often arrested for their lackluster performance during these tests. A refusal to take field sobriety tests cannot be admitted into evidence at your trial.
So I'm gonna actually have you stand right here is fine for now. I'm gonna have you stand with your heels and toes together, with your arms down to your side. Okay. I'm gonna check your eyes. Okay. What I want you to do is follow my finger with your eyes and your eyes only, and do not move your head. Okay. Yep. Do you have any questions? Nope.
For the first test, Lieutenant Winters uses a high-powered flashlight to conduct the horizontal gaze nystagmus test.
I just got my hair perm, man. The rain's gonna f it up.
After shining a flashlight into Taven's eyes for nearly 2 minutes, Taven shows no signs of impairment, and they move on to the walk and turn.
From this position, you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps, touching heel-to-toe each time, keeping your arms down to your side, okay?
Gotcha.
It's going to look something just like this. 1, 2, 3. You're going to go all the way up to 9, okay? When you get to your 9th step, leave your front foot on the line. Turn by taking a series of small steps. Turn and take 9 heel-to-toe steps back.
Turn back around?
2, 3, just like I did. You're going to walk.
After 9 steps?
You're going to take a series of small steps, take 9 steps back, okay? During this, keep your arms down to your side. Watch your steps. Count your steps out loud, and once you've started walking, do not stop until you've completed the test, okay?
Perfect.
Any problems with your ankles, knees, hips, or back?
Just my right ankle.
What's wrong with your right ankle?
Messed up during football.
Okay, does it prevent you from walking?
Just a little bit, but I'll be able to do this.
Okay, does it hurt right now?
Nope.
Okay.
I have all my weight on my left foot right now.
Alright, if you don't have any questions, you may begin.
Taven completes the test but takes 13 steps and fails to count out loud. Despite the quick, confusing instructions, Taven showed no signs of being impaired otherwise, but still fails the consensual test.
Come on, man, it's too easy. Let's do the breath now. We're 2 for 2.
Well, sir, I don't believe you are 2 for 2. How many steps did I say to take?
Like 8 or 9?
I said 9. Why'd you take 14 and then 15?
I thought you were gonna tell me when to turn.
I said to count your steps out loud.
Oh, my fault.
So the next test is I want you to stand with your heels and toes together. Stand right here in this flat part.
God, you a rookie, bro.
Okay. I want you to stand with your heels and toes together with your arms down to your side.
This is your first year?
No.
No way.
No.
No way.
Officer Winters has been with the department for just over 3 years. It is likely that his co-workers have boots with more time in service, but it's important to know that he is administering the tests properly as they were designed, which is why you should know your local laws, and if field sobriety tests are not required, refuse to take them.
When I say begin, I want
How many false accusations you got?
0.
It's about to be your first.
We'll see. What I want you to do...
He knows it too. He knows I'm about to pass this shit.
Alright, during this, keep your arms down to your side. Why are you shaking so much?
It's freezing, man. Look at you. You got all these clothes on, and I got shorts on, and it's raining. And you false accusing me, so of course I'm gonna be a little nervous. Yeah. You got nothing to say. Exactly.
Questions?
Look, you in pants. I'm in shorts, and it's raining now.
I wear shorts when it's 30 below.
Congratulations.
Next, the officer administers the one-leg stand, which he performs perfectly, and conducts the horizontal gaze nystagmus a second time, also showing no signs of impairment. The officers then have Taven count backwards with his eyes closed and head tilted back, with his eyes collecting raindrops.
When I say begin, I want you to estimate the passing of 30 seconds. Close your eyes and tilt your head back, okay?
Estimate the pass in 30 seconds?
Yes, sir.
Can I count out loud?
If you want.
1.
Any questions?
Nope.
Okay. During this, you're going to have your eyes closed and your head tilted back, okay?
Eyes closed and head tilted back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay? Go ahead. If you don't have any questions, you can close your eyes and tilt your head back, okay?
My editing software shows the exact amount of time that has passed between where Officer Winter says okay, starting the test, and when Taven completes the test. Taven calls out the 30th second, almost dead on at 30 1/10 of a second, without swaying or losing his balance. Officer Winters scores him at a 38 later in the video.
30. What'd you count to?
30.
How'd you count there?
Just stayed in my head.
1, 2, 3, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
1 Mississippi in my head.
Okay. All right, one more test here.
Wait, hold up. Am I able to get this video?
If you want to subpoena it.
What?
If you want to subpoena it.
So would it be easy to do that?
If you have an attorney, you can get it, yeah.
Because Taven has outperformed just about all persons on Earth, save for a couple extra steps during the walk-in turn, Officer Winters now conducts a 5th test to try to pin something on Taven. After the 5th test, they finally have Taven submit a chemical test with a portable breathalyzer test.
Stop doing all these damn tests, let's blow. Let's get to business. Fucking up my perm, man. Just got this shit done.
Has it been 15 minutes yet?
I used to love doing cops. I used to love them. Never give me no problems until now. My beams were on because I have a taillight out, not my taillight. One of the bulbs up front is out. That's why I pulled them up.
Okay.
I didn't know it was illegal.
Let's go to the front of the car here.
Do this love. 0-0. Ready for it? So why do you assume I'm a dog?
Because you're showing some very strong signs of impairment.
Am I?
You were a little bit on the fury side with the paperwork. You were not consistent. You're not smooth.
I mean, I was kind of nervous.
So that's a telltale sign.
This will show you right here.
All right, what I want you to do is make a tight seal around this and blow outwards like you're blowing up a balloon, okay?
Ooh.
All right.
You ready?
Yep. Okay, you can relax.
Taven blows all zeros, but the officer decides to arrest him anyway.
So I'm gonna read to Miranda, okay? Right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, will be appointed to before any question, okay? When's the last time we smoked weed?
I do not remember that.
Tonight?
Who?
Okay, well I think it's tonight.
I've had no weed tonight. What? Why do you think it's tonight? Why do you think I smoke? I blew zeros, so now you're trying to think I smoke weed. That's what's going on. You can't do that, man. You really can't do
Absolutely I can.
that. Is he allowed to do that?
Yes, he is. He's very
So I
good
blow
at it.
zeros and you suspect drugs now. That's what we're on? I blow zeros so you think I'm on drugs. That's ridiculous.
I would. During my field sobriety, it is indicative of impairment. So let's be honest.
I'm being honest.
You smoked some weed at your friend's house.
No.
You hit a pin.
Nope.
Okay. Why is your field sobriety so poor?
What?
Why is your field sobriety so poor? And why are you so lethargic and slow moving and speaking with a slurred speech?
I'm
And
not
your
speaking with
eyes
a
are
slurred
watery
speech.
and your eyes are bloodshot.
You know why they're watery? Right, because we're in rain right now, dumbass.
It doesn't affect them in the car or in my car.
Well, I don't know what you're seeing because I can't see my eyes. No weed. I don't smoke weed. I play college football. I told you that. We get tested every Friday.
Okay.
Don't smoke weed.
Today's Saturday.
Okay? It's 30 days. We say it's on your for 30 days. So if I did a test next week, I'd be out the football team. Dumbass. Come on. Come on. I want that video too.
Okay, but I think you're impaired. I think you're under the influence.
You think
of
I'm
something.
impaired?
Yes.
Well, I'm not.
Okay. Do you want to talk to another officer?
Hell yeah, get him over here.
Okay. Do you want to do a drug recognition evaluation or a drug influence evaluation?
What's that?
There's an officer who checks your blood pressure, does a whole bunch of tests.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
You don't have to stand in the rain for that either.
I don't have to.
You don't stand in the rain for that, no.
It's unclear whether this text message has anything to do with the stop, but the message displayed on screen reads, "I've never want to throat punch someone so hard in my life." This message has been sent by Officer Shinkles, the drug recognition expert who happened to be off duty at the time, and allegedly had to be called into work to complete this investigation.
Mom, these cops think I was drunk. and you made me do a sobriety test. I blew zeros, and now he's accusing me of being on drugs right now. What's his name?
Officer Winters.
He's running away.
Officer Winters.
And the chief's not doing anything.
Officer Winters.
Yeah, I passed the test. He's being a dickhead. Sir, why am I still here? Honestly.
Because he believes you're under the influence.
Is there someone above him?
I'm the lieutenant. I'm in charge. So
Why is this allowed?
Because if he believes you're under the influence, that's his specialty. That's what he.
Well, he thought I was drunk, and I wasn't drunk.
Taven makes a great point there. If you recall, Officer Winter claims he can smell alcohol.
So your movements in the car with you fumbling over the registration,
Yep.
kind of say otherwise.
All right.
And so does the odor of alcohol coming from your person.
Taven blew zeros, and the only other two people in the vehicle happened to be Officer Winters and his partner. With Taven's protests, Officer Winters now calls for a drug recognition expert.
I stopped this guy for having his brakes on. He fumbles around with his registration 3, 4, 5 times. He bombed Sobriety. LOC is present. Finger to nose is bad. Modified Romberg was 38. I asked him, I read him Miranda, PBT 000. I said, when's the last time you smoked weed? And he hesitated for a long period of time and said, I honestly can't remember. So he says he'll do an evaluation, but he's kind of a smart ass. All right, that's what we'll do then. Okay, but I obviously have enough to charge him with the sobriety, so I'll ask him and I'll let you know. Just start heading to the PD and I'll let you know.
Taven is now placed under arrest and transported to the local police station.
He's not here, though.
No.
I'm having a hard time breathing.
It sounds like you're breathing just fine.
I literally can't breathe through my nose right now.
Through your nose?
Yeah.
Yeah, just...
Can I just use it? Please? I keep it on me for a reason.
After being read his rights, the drug recognition expert finally arrives on scene and conducts a more thorough test with Taven, indoors, on level ground, and out of the rain. One of the most interesting parts was the test that needed to be done in complete darkness, so the officer brought Taven into the bathroom.
Alright, so while we're in the dark, I've got my fancy blue pen light, okay? I want you to just put your hands on your lap. I'm just gonna check your hands out, okay?
Yep.
You want to flip your hands over? Any glow-in-the-dark tattoos? No. Go ahead and tilt your head back and look down your...
Can you put that on the toilet real quick? I was supposed to see, because I seen YouTube videos of all the germs popping up.
Well, you know what,
Is it not the same one?
I don't want to get my janitors in trouble. How about that? Okay. Go ahead and tilt your head back and stick out your tongue and say, ah.
After nearly an hour of more testing, the drug recognition expert clears Taven, finding no evidence of intoxication, and before he left, Taven asks to speak with Officer Winters.
Hey buddy, what's going on?
So, I just want to know, how does it feel?
How does it feel for what?
Remember I told you when you first pulled me over?
I had nothing to drink. He's gonna look stupid.
You're like, you're impaired. You're on drugs. You drink alcohol. Turns out I'm not on any of that.
Okay.
Really dumb decision by you today. I'm really disappointed in how you can't bite your drug
I
test.
based my decision on your field sobriety tests.
Was it really failed though? It was pouring outside. It was terrible cement. Okay, but I said I'll blow right away. I do
But
everything.
there's also steps that I have to go through.
Did you really thought I was drunk?
The way I first spoke with you and your movements, I believe something was off.
That's crazy, man. Was this your first false accusation?
No,
You said it was...
I've been wrong many times.
How many false accusations you got?
0.
It's about to be your first.
We'll see.
Yeah, I can tell. Terrible, man.
So
It's terrible. I hope you do better than that next
next time I would recommend asking for clarification. If you don't understand something, ask.
But I didn't need to do all this extra shit.
Okay. Well, that's why we offer the test to you. Is
Like, you wasted my night. 3 hours. Was it 3 or 2 hours?
I don't know.
We can't have this happen in Newton, man. I love Newton.
Okay.
I want you to do a better job than that.
Okay.
Okay? As I'm a citizen here, I love Newton cops. You're probably a good guy, right? You're probably a great
Try to
guy.
be.
And I'm a good guy. I don't have any record, and you do that to me. Like, there's other guys probably out in Newton right now, breaking the law, actually breaking the law. Like, not
I'm
over.
not saying there's not.
And you waste your time with me, and there could be, someone's mom could be getting killed right now. You don't know, but you got me.
Unlikely, but
Yeah,
possible.
and it was unlikely I was drunk.
All of your indications from the time of stop.
My breath didn't smell like weed, didn't smell like alcohol. This doesn't smell like alcohol for sure, so I couldn't find any other way to arrest me.
When I offered you the drug recognition influence evaluation, you said no. So I had to go off of what I had on field sobriety.
Okay.
Do you want to do a drug recognition evaluation or a drug influence evaluation?
What's that?
There's an officer who checks your blood pressure, does a whole bunch of tests.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
You don't have to stand in the rain for that either.
I don't have to?
You don't stand in the rain for that, no.
But we just gotta do better than that, man. We just gotta do better than that.
I deserve a apology. I guess I'm sorry.
Damn, that shit feel good.
If anything, at the time I made that video, this channel was less than a third of its current size, and we helped raise a little over $3,000 for Taven. And by December, the lawsuit was being drafted and was filed in January of 2023. Taven sued Officer Winters and Wing, as well as the city of Newton, and after posting his raw footage to YouTube, it hit 2 million views. My coverage is currently over 1 million views as well, and in 2023, tons of other channels picked it up. And the virality of the video hurt the officers' feelings so bad that they filed a countersuit against Taven. Initially, they alleged that they had experienced emotional distress, and then changed their lawsuit to defamation and invasion of privacy. But the district court almost immediately dismissed nearly all of the officers' claims, deeming most of the captions in Taven's video as non-actionable statements of opinion or rhetorical hyperbole, which are both considered non-defamatory. The remaining claim against Taven was because Winters had a protective order filed against him by his ex-wife. One of the court readings claimed it was for domestic abuse, but in the countersuit, the officer claimed that he was not convicted of domestic abuse, but I was unable to find any updates on that countersuit. But as for Taven's lawsuit, the district court denied summary judgment in part, deeming that the officers were not entitled to qualified immunity or state statutory immunity, and the city was subject to vicarious liability on a surviving state law claim. But the officers and city appealed the denial of qualified immunity and state statutory immunity for the Iowa claim, and sought to dismiss the city's liability. In reviewing the case, the court found that Taven did have his high beams on, but otherwise there was no suggestion that he was driving erratically. Winters had made several ridiculous observations in the video to pin a DUI on Taven, and after being named in a federal lawsuit, Officer Winters then claimed that Taven manifested other physical signs of impairment during the sobriety tests, but the district court found that Taven had performed the tests without issue, and that no probable cause existed for his arrest. In the appeal, the officers also claimed that they were entitled to immunity, even without having probable cause, because they had arguable probable cause, which is when an officer mistakenly arrests a subject, believing that the arrest is based on probable cause, but only if the mistake is objectively reasonable. But the appeals court bent Officer Winters and Wing over and dealt them a nice spanking. They found that no officer could reasonably conclude that there was a substantial chance that Taven was under the influence of marijuana or any other substance. Taven evinced almost no indicia of intoxication, no erratic driving, no odor of marijuana, no watery or bloodshot eyes, no staggering or physical instability, no refusal to take sobriety tests, Rather, he twice asked to take a breathalyzer test, and he denied drinking alcohol or smoking marijuana that day or night. Moreover, Taven's movements and behavior captured on Officer Winter's body camera footage suggested the opposite of intoxication, as the district court found, and as the footage shows. Taven was moving confidently and directing subtle and not so subtle verbal jabs at Winters in a manner that would have been difficult for an impaired person. The appellate court declined to exercise jurisdiction as to the state law claims, but held that the officers subjected Taven to a warrantless arrest, unsupported by arguable probable cause, and concluded that they had violated his clearly established rights. That means that neither the officers or the city of Newton have immunity, and the case now returns to the district court, where usually they'll either offer Taven a settlement or take it all the way to trial. Either way, the whole thing has been one massive waste of taxpayer money, but it's still likely that the city will indemnify their officers. This means that even though they are not shielded by qualified immunity, the city will essentially volunteer our tax dollars to pay for any settlements, legal fees, or judgments made against the officers. Taven is likely to be victorious, and he should be, and the taxpayers will be thoroughly punished for the officers' wrongdoings. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and if you have a video you want me to feature on this channel, use my form in the description or pinned comment. And as always, if you like this episode, be sure to check out another one linked on your screen.